Hi everyone, welcome to Bite Size with Britt if this is your first time watching one of my videos, and welcome back if you've been here before. Lately I've been thinking a lot about how to maintain a calm state of mind as things in my life start to pick up. At the end of this month I'm going to be moving, and then soon after that our little one's going to be arriving. And then of course next year I'm going to be going back to work full-time. So today I thought I'd share a bit about where my thoughts are at in terms of the constant struggle of maintaining peace of mind and calm during the chaotic and stressful times in life, or even during those everyday situations that just get us riled up. And then at the end, I'll lead us through a quick interactive activity that will hopefully help you cultivate some calm in your day today. As always, let's start with a collective deep breath on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. In and out. Okay, so there are a lot of storms in our big picture world right now. And of course, the stormy moments and days in our own personal lives are inevitable as well. And when I say storms, I don't necessarily only mean negative things. I just mean some form of change or stress that significantly alters your life. It may be a purely positive or happy thing, or it may be something that may seem negative initially, but ends up being a blessing in the long run. And before I jump in, I just want to acknowledge that everyone's storms are different. Something that may be a storm for me and may have a significant impact on my life may not faze you at all, and vice versa. Okay, so in my mind, there are 3 kinds of storms in life, as you can see here. The first is forecasted personal storms that you know are coming and that you can plan ahead for. So for example, my husband and I moving at the end of this month, a school exam, or a scheduled stressful work meeting. The second is unanticipated personal storms, or something in your life that comes up suddenly without warning, like a family member or pet getting sick, your partner suddenly deciding to leave, losing your job, your car breaking down, or finding out you're pregnant. And then the last one are the more global storms or major disruptions to our world that have a wide-ranging impact, like the COVID pandemic or the terrible situation in Ukraine that is evolving at the time of this recording. Now, there are 3 key strategies that I think can help us successfully and calmly navigate any of the 3 types of storms I just went through. The first is cultivating a moment of calm in your daily routine. If we're in the habit of doing something that brings peace and calm into our lives every day, even during the calm waters when there are no storms on the horizon, then we are more easily able to tap into that calm when the stormy waters do come, whether it's an anticipated or unanticipated storm. For example, you could meditate for 5 minutes daily, start your day with reading a Bible verse or one of those page-a-day books that have a different quote or affirmation each day. I personally love Hoda Kotb's books. You could put on relaxing music every night while getting things done around the house. You could end each day by lighting a candle or running your diffuser and cuddling up with a book. You could have a daily yoga practice. Some people even find going for a run meditative or calming. Whatever puts your mind at ease and allows you to tap into that sense of calm. It's a good idea to link this activity to something you do every day, like meditating as your coffee is brewing in the morning, or doing some neck stretches and deep breathing right when you sit down at your desk at work in the morning, or right after your lunch break before diving into your to-do list, because this will help you integrate it into your daily routine. And make sure you set those healthy boundaries around your calm time like we talked about last week, so nothing gets in the way. This daily calm practice does 2 things to help you when a storm hits. First, it teaches your mind how to regularly transition to that calm place so that it's easier to get there when things get tough. And second, if you have this established habit during calm times and then carry it through to stormy times, it can help ground you, give you a sense of normalcy, and give you a sense of control. For me, I wasn't in the habit of consistently carving out time for a daily calm activity. Therefore, when I recently changed jobs, found out I was pregnant, and experienced a few other life changes, all of which were positive things overall, I had no foundation of tapping into my sense of inner peace. So I've been lucky to have some time now to establish some of these habits that I know will make it easier for me to maintain my calm when things start to pick up again. To summarize, just protecting even 5 minutes of calm every day can go so far in the long run to help you weather those big storms when they come. The second strategy is to consciously choose to maintain your inner peace and respond calmly despite the storm. It sounds dumb, but in order to be calm, you have to make the decision to be calm. We all know how we feel when we respond to a situation in a flustered way. You end up feeling bad about yourself and the situation, maybe even embarrassed. So for all three types of storms, there needs to be a clear commitment to yourself that you want to prioritize staying calm no matter what the storm brings. On the other side of the storm, you will feel proud and so much better about yourself. For an anticipated storm, you can plan ahead of time that you want to be calm and even envision yourself handling the situation calmly. Whereas in an unanticipated storm, you can't plan ahead. So it's so important to step back and take a second before responding to the situation to remind yourself of your commitment to be calm. Sometimes having a key affirmation or phrase that you say to yourself every morning before you leave, or even just having one handy for those tricky situations can be helpful. So I'm going to share a few examples with you. Nothing can disrupt my peace. I am at peace with myself and everything that surrounds me. I am in charge of how I feel and I choose calm. I will not be shaken. That's from Psalm 16:8. This moment will pass. The Lord is my helper. I will not be afraid. What can man do to me? That's from Hebrews 13:6. Or God is with me wherever I go. It just has to be something that resonates with you. Lastly, I had to include this third one here because you just can't overestimate how helpful it is to maintain a generally healthy lifestyle that includes enough sleep, a healthy diet, regular exercise, adequate hydration, and caffeine in moderation for equipping you to calmly tackle life's tasks. As I said, these are three things that apply to all types of storms and that you can implement now. But now I'm going to move into approaches that are specific to tackling each type of storm. Okay, so starting with forecasted storms. The key thing with these kinds of storms is that we can plan ahead to minimize the disruption they have on our lives. For example, with the upcoming move that I mentioned, we've known the move date for quite some time now, and I've made a list of key things I can do to gradually prepare throughout the course of this month, like getting boxes, organizing my clothes, arranging for friends/family to help, booking a moving van, booking the elevator, etc. So this will help my husband and I not be overwhelmed at the end of the month. And this has been especially important for this move since I still have limited mental and physical resources because of the pregnancy and everything. So it helps me space out the tasks and prevents me from being in a situation where I become completely overwhelmed and break down because I'm trying to do everything at once near the end of the month. Planning ahead for an anticipated situation gives you a sense of control over the situation, which my type A personality likes, and which can ease some of the anxiety and stress around the situation. Importantly, planning also ensures you still have time to keep the boundaries around your daily calm activity from our first general strategy from before, so that you can continue carrying that activity forward throughout the inevitable busier and somewhat chaotic times. And it facilitates you in maintaining a healthy lifestyle leading up to the storm and during the storm, which was our third strategy from before. In contrast, the unanticipated storms can seem harder to navigate because they come up out of nowhere, so you can't specifically plan ahead for the particular storm. But going back to the second strategy we talked about before, which was making the decision to choose calm over other emotions, when these types of storms arise, you want to take a minute to acknowledge how you are feeling about the situation and then commit to responding calmly. When you feel those turbulent emotions boiling up inside, you need to take a quick step back from the situation to reset and commit to calm. Don't hesitate to pause and take a breath. Say you need to use the washroom to get away to collect yourself, or say you just need a minute to think about it, or whatever you need to do to gather your thoughts and commit to staying calm and commit to your inner peace. That little moment of regrouping with yourself will save you loads of regret down the road. And again, going back to the first strategy from before, it's easier to quickly tap into that calm feeling when these unanticipated storms arise if you've been practicing it in some form every day, which is why that daily calm practice is so important. And then we have the global storms. Even though the events and situations in this category may not directly impact you, we are all connected, and they can be the scariest types of storms because they can leave you with so much uncertainty, fear, and feelings of helplessness. In these situations, I find it very helpful to keep my world as small as possible. And what I mean by this is to focus on the things in my life that are within my control. This doesn't mean ignoring the bigger world problems and not informing myself, but instead it means focusing more of your attention on the little things in your life that you actually can control. It's really easy to jump to worst case scenarios and to allow your thoughts to spiral with these types of storms, but we all know that's not helping anything. The best thing you can do is focus on your life, taking care of yourself, and contributing or helping the situation in some small way if possible. For example, donating your time or money to a cause around the situation, or doing your part to keep yourself healthy in the case of the pandemic. One big aspect of keeping your world small is being conscious of the time you spend on social media and news outlets. Again, it's important to be informed, but we all know when we've gone too far down little rabbit holes that go beyond just getting the most up-to-date information on the topic. I hope some of these ideas were helpful to you. Now I have one last little thing I want to share before our calming activity. This is a poem written by my talented friend Allison, and I think it does a great job reflecting the tumultuous feelings we have during the stormy periods in our life and the decision we have to choose the calm response and to take those brave steps toward maintaining our inner peace and calm. So I'll read it here. It was all at once, ground shifting, light flickering, being pulled this way and that, noise, so much noise, and then all of a sudden silence. Ginger steps on paths less traveled to destinations still unknown. It was all at once the change, and it has been every moment since, that I have been fighting to find my way back to myself. Thanks so much, Allison, for letting me share this. I also think this poem does a great job showing how this finding calm amidst the storms in our lives is an ongoing process, just like I was talking about last week with tackling my prenatal depression symptoms and the challenges around that. These things take constant work and constant recommitment, but I do believe it is possible to enjoy the journey. Okay, so now I'm going to take you through a quick activity to help you relax and connect to your inner calm today. So everyone start just by sitting comfortably in their chair, preferably with your feet flat on the ground, resting your hands on your thighs. Let your shoulder blades sink down your back and sit up as tall as you can, like there's a string pulling your head up to the ceiling. And then just gradually slow down your breathing. When you're ready, you can start to do nice slow neck circles, left to right, in tune with your breath. Nice and slow, conscious of every little stretch you feel. And try to keep your shoulders relaxed. And back off where you started, and then come back to the middle to reset. Now I want you to slowly inhale as you look up at the ceiling, and exhale as you bring your chin to your chest. Back and forth with your breath. Keeping your shoulders nice and relaxed. Good, back up to center. And then switch to doing some nice big backward shoulder rolls. So bring your shoulders forward and up as you inhale, and then sink them down to the back as you exhale. Two more nice big circles. Great. Okay, now shake out your hands. Let your fingers just go limp and loose. And shake, shake, shake. Again, keep your shoulders as relaxed as you can. Keep it going. Pick up the pace a little bit. We're almost there. Stick with it. And let it go. Let your hands fall limply on your lap. Close your eyes if you're comfortable. And just take some deep breaths while you feel all that blood flow back into your fingers. Then calmly whisper to yourself, "Nothing can disrupt my peace." Great job, everyone. So that's just one example of a daily activity you can do to connect to yourself and to that feeling of calm, no matter where you are, whether it's at work or at home. I hope this video helped you feel more equipped to tackle any storms life throws you. Having the knowledge and confidence that nothing can disturb your peace is so empowering and allows you to go into the world with a sense of control. It all starts with committing to cultivating a little bit of calm each and every day. So please comment below if there's a certain activity that you're going to start integrating into your life to connect to that calm feeling every day, or if maybe there's already an activity that you're doing. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you found this video helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week for a fun episode with some new faces, which I'm really excited about. Let's do one more deep breath all together to close. In and out. All right, keep calm, everyone.